Hi to all. Today we discuss about the chromatography. Okay, so chromatography is used to separate the molecules on the basis of differences of size, shape, mass, charge, and solubility. It is a technique used to separate the molecules on the basis of the differences of this molecule size, shape, mass, charge, and solubility. Okay, so the term chromatography derived from the Greek. The term chromatography is derived from the Greek. The meaning of chromatography is colored writing. The meaning of chromatography is colored writing. So here the three components are involved in the chromatography. One is the mixture is separated, and the second one is the stationary phase, and third one is the mobile phase. Okay, so the stationary phase form a column or film, and mobile phase may be liquid or gases, and which flows over the stationary phase. Okay, so it is a porous solid means this glass, silica, and alumina are the stationary phases, and mobile phases means which is flows through the stationary phase, and it carries components along with it. Okay, so these pure solvents and buffer solutions are examples for the mobile phase. So stationary phase means it's a column or film. Okay, so mobile phase means it's present in the liquid or gaseous stage, liquid stage or gaseous stage. Okay, so it is denoted by K. Okay, it is denoted by K. Concentration of solution in mobile phase or concentration of solution in stationary phase. And the distribution of solute between two phases can also denoted by B. Distribution of solute between the two phases can also denoted by B. B equals to total amount of solute in mobile phase divided by total amount of solute in stationary phase. Okay, so the distribution completely between two phases, the distribution completely between two phases on basis of differences, on the basis of differences. Okay, paper chromatography. Paper chromatography, why we are using means separation of amino acids, separation of amino acids. It is a biochemical technique. Paper chromatography is a biochemical technique, and it is one of the partition chromatography. It is a partition chromatography. So the method was devised by Sweat, okay, in 1906. This method was devised by Sweat in 1906. So paper chromatography is a biochemical technique. It's used to separate amino acids. So here the procedure of separation is called chromatography. The procedure of separation is called chromatography, and the preparation is called chromatogram. The procedure of separation is called chromatography, and the preparation is called chromatogram. So the mixture to be separated is called solute. The mixture to be separated is called solute. So in paper chromatography, two phases are present. Those are one is the stationary phase, another one is the mobile phase. One is the stationary phase, another one is the mobile phase. So here in paper chromatography, stationary and mobile phase two are liquids. This stationary and mobile phase, these two are liquids. Okay. Here the components are separated by their differential migration. The components are separated by their differential migration. So here a Whatman filter paper is used as a supporting medium. So here the procedure of separation is called chromatography and the preparation is called chromatogram, and the mixture to be separated is called solute. And in paper chromatography two phases are there, one is the stationary phase and the other one is the mobile phase. These two phases are liquids. Okay, so then here the chromatography apparatus contains a rectangular jar and a lid and a Whatman filter paper. Okay, so here first the solvent is poured into the jar of height of 2 centimeters. The solvent is poured into the jar to height of about 2 centimeters, and a strip of rectangular filter paper is suspended vertically in the jar, and also the lower end of the paper will be dipped into the solvent. The lower end of the paper is dipped into the solvent. Here the solvents are moves on the filter paper. The solvents are moves on the filter paper, and the components of the mixtures are also carried with the solvent. Okay, the components of the mixtures are also carried with the solvent. Here the solvent will be reached to the or migrating to the different rates depend their solubility on the solvent. Okay, so here these components are migrating different rates depending on their solubility on the solvent, and here we can identify the individual components are identified through the RF value. RF means revolution front. RF means revolution front. Okay, so RF value we calculated through the distance of the spot from the origin by distance of the solvent front from the origin. Okay, so here we can check that roughly. So this is the chromatography chamber. Okay, this is the chromatography chamber, and here it is the hanging rod. That means the filter paper will be hanged on this rod. Okay, so here we can pour the solvent up to 2 centimeters of height. So this is completely solvent poured up to 2 centimeters of height, and here this one is the filter paper. So the end of the filter paper is dipped into the solvent. Okay, so here this solvent containing keratinoids. Okay, this solvent contains keratinoids. This is the component. Okay, so when we are dipped into the, that means this filter paper will be dipped into the this solvent. So these keratinoids and these keratinoids are moved on the filter paper, that means along with the solvent. So here for example these solvent is migrating up to this region. Okay, so here this is the filter paper. Okay, so up to this place it is completely dipped into the where ma up to this place dipped into the solvent. So we can mark the one, we can mark that place, that means how much it will be dipped into the solvent. So this marked place is called origin, this marked place is called origin, and the solvent is migrating from the this region. Okay, it is called what ma, it is called solvent front, it is called solvent from, that means the solvent migrating up to this region along with the their component. What it is carotenoids. So after this we can calculate the RF value to find out the component distance through the, so distance is part from the origin. Okay, so distance is part from the origin and distance of the solvent from the origin. So here to here, this place we have to mention in the DS. Thin layer chromatography. So chromatography is a biochemical technique. Chromatography is a biochemical technique here which the compounds of mixture are separated based on their differential migration and solubility. So through the thin layer chromatography, the compounds of the mixture can be separated based on their differential migration and solubility. Okay, so TLC, thin layer chromatography, is simply called as TLC. It's a modified paper chromatography and it's an absorption chromatography. So why we are called as TLC, that means thin layer chromatography. So in the thin layer chromatography, the silica gel and alumina powder used as a thin layer on glass plate. Okay, this silica gel or this alumina powder used as a thin layer on glass plate, hence it's called thin layer chromatography. So here in this thin layer chromatography, compounds of mixture are separated between the solid and liquid phases. So compounds of mixtures can be separated between the solid and liquid phases. So here this glass plate functioning as a supporting media and the silica gel and alumina powder functions as the solid stationary phase, solid stationary phase, and a suitable solvent also functions as mobile phase. Okay, suitable solvent functions as mobile phase. Okay, so here the silica gel spread, here the silica gel or alumina powder spread on the thin layer glass plate and it's allowed to dry at room temperature. So it's allowed to dry at room temperature and it is activated by heating on in an oven at 250 degrees centigrade. That means this silica gel or alumina powder activated when we have to put in the oven up to 250 degrees centigrade. This time this solid stationary phase is activated. Okay, so then here the mixture is spotted one end of the thin layer. Okay, so this glass plate is kept in the jar in slanting position, and after that we have to take a suitable solvent, and this solvent will be added in the jar. So this solvent will be added in the jar below the level of spot, below the level of the spot. So here the solvent moves up on the solid stationary phase. Okay, the solvent moves up on the solid stationary phase, and also it's carrying the compounds. So after 30 minutes the glass plate removed and dried. So here we have to a suitable reagent is sprayed on the solid stationary phase and to locate the compounds. So here we can calculate the compounds through the RF distance traveled by a amino acid divided by distance traveled by solvent. Here what is act as stationary phase? Silica gel or alumina powder act as solid stationary phase, and a suitable solvent used as the liquid mobile phase. So here first we have to take the glass plate and we have to apply the silica gel or alumina powder on the glass plate. Okay, so it allowed to dry at room temperature, and it is activated by heating in oven at 250 degrees centigrade. So here the mixture is spotted with this one. So it is spotted with the one end of the thin layer, and this glass plate will be kept into a jar. Okay, it is the jar. So this glass plate will be kept into the jar, and here we have to this jar completely poured with the what suitable solvent solution up to where below the spot. So here this complete is solvent filled with the this jar is completely filled with the solvent below the spot. So after the glass plate is kept in the slanting position. Okay, so after filled the solvent completely, the glass plate will be kept in the slanting position. Okay, so here this solvent slowly moves on the solid stationary phase. Okay, slowly moves on the solid stationary phase. After 30 minutes the glass plate is removed and dried. So here we can look several spots present on the glass plate. Okay, so these compounds we can locate through the spray the a suitable reagent on the this glass plate to find out the compounds. Okay, so this can calculate through the RF resolution front. So distance traveled by amino acid by distance traveled by solvent. Okay, significance of TLC. So one, it is easy technique, and second one, it requires less time, and third one, it is a sensitive technique. It is a sensitive technique, and fourth one, it's faster than the paper chromatography. It's faster than the paper chromatography. And the last one, it is used to separate not only amino acids but a variety of chemicals also we can separate using the TLC. Thank you.